Nothing better to close the day than the announcement of the new cohort of the Fintech Power 50 2021-2022. Mark Walker, COO and co-founder of the Fintech Power 50, will give you all the reasons to party tonight.
Well, that was a very interesting introduction. As said, my name's Mark Walker. I'm the co-founder of the Fintech Power 50. It's a bit weird, isn't it? This is a new event. It's a bit strange being up on stage again, seeing people real life for the first time. So in case you don't know what the Fintech Power 50 is, the Fintech Power 50 is an exclusive Fintech accelerator program designed to help scale up fintechs with their domestic and their global growth. We focus around 4 main areas, which is helping them with their PR and brand amplification, their business connections and development, their investment, and also with their talent and HR requirements. The list is not just about companies, though. It's also about influential people, and you've just met a very influential person that was on the stage here, Mr. David Birch. So what we try and do within the Fintech Power 50 is bring those 2 worlds together of an influencer that talks about interesting things and the companies that are doing very interesting things. So we smashed them together in a membership organization for 12 months, and we do many events. Back many, many years ago, we used to travel all around the world to lots of different events and do business matchmaking and help promote people and their companies. More recently, during the little bit of pandemic-y thing that's been going on, we've been doing a lot of virtual events, a lot of webinars and podcasts, etc. So we've been doing the same thing. Now, what I'm here actually today to talk about is actually our newest batch, our newest cohort of members. And it's been really exciting for me personally on this one. This is now the 3rd edition, and we've seen a much more diverse range of companies and people and individuals that have come into the Power 50 family. One point, which is still too low a number, but actually of the 40 companies in the program, there are 8 female-led businesses, which is something we're very, very passionate about encouraging and continuing. And the thing to remember is these companies are not startup companies. There's absolutely nothing wrong with startup companies, but these companies are large companies. They're companies with over 80 employees. They're companies that are already turning over millions of pounds worth of revenue or having significant investment up to Series B. So it's great to see that that sort of balance is coming through. The other interesting thing is on the area of influencers. And very much so, you might think, there's certain areas of the world which have more influencers than other. And what we've tried to do is really select influencers from a wide pool of opportunity. So we've got 3 influencers from Asia Pacific, we've got 3 influencers from North America, and we have 4 influencers from Europe. Now, interestingly, that number doesn't add up to 10, you'll notice. So there is a few from other places as well. The idea of the Power 50 is not just about a prestigious list or a ranking. So there is no ranking involved in this. It's about actually a group of companies and individuals, as I said, coming together and looking to do interesting and exciting things. We've also very pleased to look at some new partners for the new year. And I would like to personally welcome, I think they're in the audience, I saw them earlier, Moore Kingston Smith, who's a new partner for this year, joining Rise, created by Barclays, and DLA Piper as our 3 sort of key partners for this year ahead. It's an extensive list, and I don't want to necessarily go through it too much, so I've got some slides here which will actually announce each of them. But I wanted to pick out a couple of the influencers that we talked about as well. So new additions this year is people such as Lucy Liu, who is the co-founder and president of Airwallex, which is a very large Asian-based organization. We've got Ron Shevlin, who hopefully many of you will be aware of, Director of Research at Cornerstone Advisors, does an awful lot of contributing to Forbes and very outspoken within the North America space. So we're really excited to have him involved with us again this year as well. We also have people such as Emmanuel Daniels, who is the president and chairperson of the Asian Banker, as the name suggests, a very, again, heavily Asia-focused area. So we're really looking across all geographies for these new recruits. as I said, there is a lovely list, which I am going to start going through. There is a few actually here with us today as well. And so I'm going to carry on clicking this button while I talk about everybody else anyway. So we know, for example, our good friends at Passport, which have been exhibiting just next to us on the exhibition floor, will be a new member for this year. We also have mClear, which you will have seen on the exhibition floor as well. But there's a couple that have not actually been able to make it here as exhibitors, but I'd like to mention them. It's difficult to hold a piece of paper and click the button at the same time, so I should be having words about the automatic progression of my slides. We have Kuda Bank, which I'm not sure if you're aware of, but they're actually building the biggest bank for Africans. And they really are very much looking at trying to bring banking solutions to those unbanked people, but also those international people that are now residing in other countries. We obviously, we also have Tink, which has been in the news very recently because of their strides within open banking, but also within regards to their acquisition by Visa. We have Curve, which you saw the logo previously, which is offering one card, one app, and zero hassle, trying to bring all of our solutions into one easy-to-manage app. Checkout.com has been in the news quite recently as well, with some significant investment, which is enabling them to move into new industries, into new geographical areas, which we're looking to support them with as well. And also, you will have seen another sponsor here as Bybit, which is also a new member for this year as well. So, what I would like to also draw your attention to is the fact that we have, you may have been past our booth, it's the big yellow one, you can't really miss it. We now have new copies of the annual. Each of our companies is featured within here, which you'll be able to read at your leisure. And our influencers talking about various different subjects within the fintech space and everything else that's going on there as well. So what I would very much like for you all to do is actually to join me after this on the show floor, where we're going to be serving a few drinks and celebrating some of our new members. We're going to be inviting our members actually to join us and to be on our stand. So we'd also like all of you to join us also. The other thing that I would say is that don't forget to pick up a copy of the annual, but also don't forget to come to the industry networking event, which is happening directly after this, which is sponsored by FICO, and we'll be able to continue the celebrations there. So that's pretty much all I wanted to do. Thank you all very much for listening. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.